You guys ready? 5 years since our last round of arrowheads?
Who do you think's gonna win? Were you taking bets?
You gotta bet on yourself.
No way! Oh, who's yellow?
What? Welcome back, everyone. We've been making games together for a little over 6 years, and we thought it'd be fun to look back at our very first game that we made called Arrowheads. We haven't looked at this game in a long time. 6 years. 6 years.
Been a while.
So we thought it'd be really fun to look back at the pitfalls of this game, look at some of the successes of this, have a bit of fun reflection on our very first game that we made.
I think it's really common to look back at past projects and cringe, which we'll do for sure, but it's also a sense of how far you've come and what you've learned from it. I think the further away you get from a project, the more perspective you have on it.
There's a lot of perspective on this project.
Full 2020 vision on this one.
And if you guys want to go on Steam and bump up the reviews for
I don't think we can recommend people go out and buy this.
Right, let's hop in.
So far, menu works.
I will say, as the person who made the art for all the menu stuff, there's some pitfalls, but I think it looks. See the falling leaves, the sun.
Honestly, the background of the blur, this holds up.
I'm pretty sure you can barely see it, but the foam next to the water, the edges of the water moves.
Does it?
I think we were pretty hyped on that. I think when we got those little moving elements in the background, I think we were all pretty excited.
Okay, right off the bat, you know what I noticed? When you go down to credits, the picture doesn't change.
Wait, how did we miss that? Do we have a credits thing? Who was QA testing this?
Probably not. Hey,
lazy devs.
Yeah, you also probably noticed that we went by Oddbird back then and showed it to Sheridan, our alma mater. How do you say it? Alma mater?
Alma mater?
Alma mater?
I have no idea.
Alma mater. Now here's the meat and potatoes of it. Okay, wait.
Welcome to
join
the
the leg.
Join is...
What's the join button?
I just hit buttons.
It's the Konami code.
Also, the whole aiming, bow and arrows, and isometric. Josh, you actually want to go over the mechanic how this game was made?
We made the prototype in a class because we went to school for game design, and it was just cubes, dragging out these P-stream lines at each other to aim to aim at each other with these bows and arrows and an isometric view. Yeah, you can also use right trigger to jump.
Oh, there we go.
And then dash. Well, the controls are actually right there on the side.
True.
That they are.
Cody actually just demonstrated a good piece of game design 101 for anyone who's starting out game design. Is players will read nothing. Any text you have on the screen you need to expect will not be read.
I think the original target we had was originally just a target, and I was okay, cool, looks nice. And then it was a glowy outline, and then it was arrows.
Yeah, we put five arrows pointing to it, and
up.
people still would not shoot it to ready up. We'd probably stop talking about text and play the game.
Probably.
You guys ready? 5 years since our last round of arrowheads?
Who do you think's gonna win? Were you taking bets?
You gotta bet on yourself.
No way!
Oh, who's yellow?
What?
Is that you?
See you boys. Told you I had this in the bag.
Have you been playing this every night?
Every night. I've been waiting for this moment for so many years.
Oh my god, I completely forgot how to play. Oh yeah, I forgot about the body flopping around. That was the best
Yellow has bear traps.
mechanic we ever added.
Bear traps.
Oh.
Yellow got the Tesla.
So I should be able to flop my body around and stun.
Ooh, is this 4-0?
Yeah, getting smoked.
That's the first attempt.
Did you design this level, Cody? This is
Ready.
one levels.
No.
Go.
Yeah, you
Built
did.
this level flawlessly.
Oh, I forgot about the armor mechanic.
Yeah, be down 3, right?
The water looks pretty good. It's not helping Josh at all.
Yellow's got bear traps.
Oh my god, I'm getting
6?
screwed.
0.
I think your controller's better.
Do you want to switch? Give me the armor.
Work.
Yeah, that's how the practice range Josh gets.
Was there...
No.
Wasn't there a mechanic where bombs start dropping but it takes too long?
I think so.
Yeah.
Did we keep that in though? I don't know if we took that back out.
Hold on, just put the list like.
Armistice.
Yeah.
Look at this water. though.
Actually,
That's pretty wholesome.
The water looks very nice. The trees that are just kind of sitting there, I don't know about those.
Yeah, they don't like sway
Yeah.
or anything.
I think it's
Wait,
blew
that's
everyone's
fine.
mind when they saw it. It's like, oh my god.
There's a lot of features like that were really fun to put in for the very first time and see how cool they looked. I know when we did our VFX pass, we previously had some really placeholder VFX, and we got to put in those reworked
Okay.
ones.
Not gonna kill anybody.
It was like a brand new game.
Oh, there's the bombs. Okay,
Yeah.
they exist. But yeah, that lightning effect. Sheesh.
And the explosion. I'm still happy with the explosion.
Hey, I think what people care about the most, I found, is just an overwhelming amount of content and maps to do. Whereas like we had these individual maps, were like took us what 3-4 months to make.
Took way longer than if we were to remake them now. I think we could probably remake these things in like a week, to be honest.
Probably.
Even with the art pipeline, because it's all static. Like there's nothing moving
Yeah.
around. It's not a big world space. It would definitely be fast.
But at the time, I think the experience is trying to make something way over scoped is still good for learning. We obviously got a lot better at art since then, but
I think the other thing that we really wanted was that hand sculpted kind of feel of each level, rather than just kind of having a bunch of just a bunch of individual levels. Just the ability to have that kind of customization was really nice. That little bit of extra sauce we could put on every level, or
Yeah.
what we thought was extra sauce on the level at the time.
so there was a method to the madness. It paid off.
It was pretty fun too. We got to take this game to multiple shows. Was going to PAX, getting to go to E3 with it, with the student competition and stuff. Like it was really fun getting to take this game out and see other people playing it.
And we're going to change gears here a little bit. We're going to shoot some arrows, right?
Absolutely.
With arrowheads. By the way, who's who? Who's red? Who's green?
I'm green.
All right.
I should have said I'm red. So, uh-oh. Tesla arrow? Yeah, the historical accuracy, also very important.
Yeah.
Oh, and a kill cam too. All right. Well, it's 1-0. 1-0. Brought me a still chance to come back here.
If there's one thing that we could have done a lot better, it's just not spend 2 years on it. The main thing that caused that extra year was pretty much the online multiplayer, which
guys
no
wanna
one
get
played,
into that? You guys wanna get into that?
and was extremely broken at launch too.
It's also the reason, I feel like everyone gave this game a negative review.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everyone was like said, oh, they need online multiplayer because I have no local people to play with, especially on PC. And I think every dev we talked to, when we said online multiplayer, they're like, excuse me,
Yeah.
Why?
online multiplayer?
And keep in mind, like we pretty much learned how to program just as we were making this game, because we started like in second year of school. Like Ben and I had never taken any kind of like programming courses beforehand.
What are you talking about? You're second year of school. You'd at least a course.
It wasn't, and yeah, we weren't taking computer science either. Yeah, we had like one course of like processing, and we're like, okay, we can make online multiplayer, no problem. For as much as you look back at it and think that's a bad idea, also like in the process of biting off more than you can chew, you will just learn a lot.
What was
we were
needed?
scared
Yeah.
of it all. It's like,
Yeah, we should have been terrified of it, but we weren't. So we're like, yeah, we could put in multiplayer. What could go wrong?
there was some pretty cool arrows in here. I think I also actually have some of the OG concept art for the arrows and stuff. I'm going to chuck it up on the screen.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I'm still proud of the 2D art in this game. I think it was good. My texturing skills have definitely gotten a lot
It
better.
holds up. I think this still looks good.
The UI looks pretty
Yeah, this level I think is definitely one of the better looking levels. I like this one. I like the car. The car actually looks really good too with the headlights. Oh, it's squished.
I think it's one of the pitfalls you actually fell into too. Is like I think overall, and I get obviously people are being nice at shows and stuff, but I think the game showed pretty well.
To our credit, I think we
my God.
designed the game decently well for its original purpose, which was to show at like this public showcase of like Level Up. But then I think we went too far to assume that like, oh, if people like it in like an expo kind of show, surely people will like buy it at home. But that's not
That
what
did not
happens.
happen.
All right, let's try out some arcade mode.
I guess this also ties into the show, right? We were approached by an arcade company.
Yeah, as crazy as it sounds, we worked with this company and developed like there was 2 prototype cabinets made. It looked really nice. Like
It was
It was
amazing
pretty
how cool it
cool. It was pretty cool to work on. But one of the kind of like things that they really wanted was an arcade mode. The game's crashing, I think.
Oh, see, it's just loading.
It's fine. The announcer was also something that that was specifically the arcade company was like, for an arcadey type game, like you'd need an announcer calling out everything.
Yeah.
And to be fair, that is one of the features I think added a lot.
Just brought a lot of life to this quirky game.
Shout out to our friend Sebastian, who lent his voice to the announcer of Arrowhead.
Hey you, do you enjoy birds? Do you enjoy mayhem and lunacy? Well, I've got the game for you. Gentlemen, by the time you're finished, I'll be down south for the winter. Are you a bird watcher? You ever want to be a bird? Well, now's your chance.
I think initially, like, we always wanted some kind of like thing that you could play single player, and we were throwing around the idea of just having like some AI, which I think in hindsight, if it was without the arcade cabinet, that's probably the better direction to go for an arcade like this, for a game like this. The arcade company really wanted some kind of like wave-based mode like this. That literally the arcade mode is because of an arcade.
One thing that was interesting we ran into with this, the problem was people thought the bears were too cute. Like these little like box bears we made. And they didn't want to shoot them.
They're getting caught on ledges a lot. I thought the pathfinding was better.
So yeah, there's like the grunt. The design in 2D was a lot funnier and a lot easier to understand than 3D. But when we put it in 3D, they couldn't just be a square. And then we had the axe throwing guys. We had the sniper bears, which are like have the green hoods on. The main majority, I think, is just grunts and the axe throwers, though. And I think it's pretty cool that they come out the door there. And then there's like the big shield guys that you'll see, and they have like armor. And like the whole idea, I think, was you're supposed to go around them or do team play to get them. Oh my god!
There's 25 waves?
Yeah,
25 waves.
Content, baby. That's high scoring. I like that team score screen. That's cool.
I think these still look pretty good. You could say what you want about some of the other stuff, but character portraits. And unfortunately, since our currency is so stingy, you'll never actually see the other characters. But there was like full portraits for like all the other characters too, in all different poses, like first, second, third, fourth.
It's fun getting to go back and see your old work.
Yeah, honestly, like when we talk about it, like and refer back to it around the office, we're always like, "You Arrowhead." Like for where we were at that time, I think it is just an achievement that we got what we did together and put it out and learned so much from it. And if you want to see what we're up to now, we are posting devlogs all the time, except it's better now.
And hopefully you think it looks better than this.
Yeah.
If not, don't say anything. I don't want to.
And last thing, if you want to check this game out, we'll have a link below in the description. There is no requirement to check this game out if you don't want to, but if you want to, it's there. You can have a peep. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you in the next one.
Thanks, guys.